Really? Again? When's the next win going to come from? When's the next point going to come from? I think that's our 7th away loss in a row. 7 away losses back to back. Do I have to keep coming on here and saying the same stuff every week? We should have done this, we should have done that, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, this player weren't good enough. How long do I have to keep saying it and other fans have to keep saying it before it actually starts to click with the team? Because right now this does not feel like Doncaster Rovers Football Club. This doesn't feel like DRFC. This feels like relegation FC. And at the moment, that's where we're heading. 6 points off safety. I want to look where Gillingham are now, because before today, they were in 20th, I believe. I might be wrong, but I think they're in 20th. And now, they're up to 19th. And they're 3 points away from 14th place Wimbledon. Might I add with a game over Wimbledon, though. Who's bottom of the league? Oh, yeah, it's us. It's us. Good old Doncaster, bottom of the league. How's it come to this? How's it come to this? First off, we actually looked like we should have been at least 1-0 up in the first half. And then second half, what in the world was that? Shot ourselves in the foot, made basic errors, didn't attack enough, and invited way too much pressure from Gillingham. And we bring Thiago off. Yes, his ball control's great, but his finishing's not there tonight again. But you bring off a striker for a central midfielder. And, you know, Wellens wasn't on the touchline, but that doesn't mean he's not making the changes. Those were definitely his substitutions. You know, Wellens isn't banned from making subs. That's his substitutions. So you bring off a striker for a centre midfielder. And even the commentary on iFollow said it. Is he happy to just, you know, sum this one up now? Is he happy to just, you know, see this one out? Are we literally happy with a 0-0 draw? And then what happens? 7th corner in that half, might I add. Corner comes in, no one marking, and Stuart O'Keefe gets credited with the goal, even though Vidane Oliver went off celebrating, which I thought was quite funny. But Stuart O'Keefe gets credited with the goal, and we're 1-0 down with about 10 minutes to go. It's same mistakes from the second half of last season. Basic errors being made. Same problems, new team. New team, same errors, same mistakes. New manager, same mistakes. But the manager has to take some responsibility tonight, as well as the players. Because like I said, that sub alone, bringing off a striker for a midfielder. Yes, it's Matt Smith, he's got bundles of energy. But you don't bring off a striker, in my opinion. Yes, Dudu played, you know, central. But at the start, I just didn't get the change. I didn't get it. Why would you take off a striker when you could have kept both strikers on? And you could have just gone for a like-for-like swap. But then again, who would you take off? Because Bostock's a very physical presence. Galbraith's a magician with his, you know, his passing ability, etc. Ben Close is, you know, trying to lead that team at the front. Who would you have taken off? So I can kind of get it from that perspective. But again, it's just... And why was Rochelle Williams playing for that long? That's one thing I'll criticise Wellens for. Why was Rochelle Williams playing for that long? A 6'5" defender who I don't think has good aerial ability, because I've not seen him jump in the air before. Hardly. And then Alowu comes on in the second half. Too little, too late. Yes, in the first half, Rochelle Williams made 3 back-to-back excellent blocks in that first half at one moment. But to get into that situation, he let the ball bounce. And that's one thing from a few players tonight. Why are we letting the ball bounce. Way too many times. And there was an element of hesitancy from Rovers tonight. It was like, oh, do you want to go for it? No, I'll go for it. Oh, no, you go for it. I'll go for it. You go for it. I go for it. It's like a married couple. It's like Jack and Vera Duckworth in Coronation Street, long rest their souls, arguing in the street every week. It's like, well, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, your fault. Just take responsibility for whatever's happened. Take some responsibility. Someone go for the ball. As commentary said tonight, I don't care if it clatters a teammate, as long as someone goes for it. But no one went for it. It's like an episode of Deadly 60 on CBBC. It's like we were scared of the ball. It's like it was a venomous python. We were scared to go near it. And again, basic errors, basic mistakes. Again, shooting ourselves in the foot with a crossbow. Shot us big time. We've put ourselves in these situations way too many times this season already. And it's got to stop. Otherwise, we're going to be relegated before the season's even got to the last few games. Even before there's 10 games left, we could be relegated at this rate. It's that serious. Look what... Today's date. Today's day. Tuesday, 19th of October, 2021. Give it a couple of months and a week or two, and we'll be halfway through this season. January cannot come soon enough to get more players in, but January's still a long way away. And like I said in the preview, this is the start, as you can see by the title of the preview, this was the start of the next 5, 6, 7 games of season-defining matches. They are all season-defining matches. The cup matches, we should be trying to win them. But again, shooting ourselves in the foot and we come away with nothing. Should we have come away with something? On the first half performance, yes. On the second half performance, did we hell? Did we hell deserve anything from that after that second half performance? No chance. It's got to change. It's got to change. Let's go through the lineup. Let's go through substitutions first. I mean, really, is there any point? Alowu, Smith, Barlow, never really made an impact. Alowu did better than Williams, but they all get 5s in my opinion. Alowu the highest of the 5s, but Smith and Barlow kind of a mid-5. No real impact from them. And again, that's another thing about subs. Illness for Vilka. Non-related, non-COVID related, but he's out through illness. John Taylor's out, obviously. Okunabiri's still out. John's still out. Seaman's still out. Gardner's still out. But again, 6 subs on the bench rather than the full 7. That says to you. My message to the board is, dip into your pockets in January. Holding midfielder, attacking midfielder, winger. At least 3 signings in January. At least. Maybe more for depth. But the board, please, I know you can do it. Dip into those pockets in January. Help get us the players across the line that we need for the rest of this season. Otherwise, it's going to be a very long end to the season that'll end in one way, and that's relegation. So, just, if there's ever a time to dip into your pockets in January, it's for Doncaster Rovers Football Club. But the fans think they're not going to do that. I say let's see what happens in January. If we don't buy anyone in January, if we don't sell anyone or buy anyone, or even if we sold a couple of players, if we don't buy in January at all, I'm going to be absolutely off the leash. I'm going to be absolutely off the hook. No holds barred. And you're not going to stop hearing it from me after January if we don't buy anyone. Seriously. Let's go into that starting 11 then. So Dahlberg 6, low 6 in my opinion. Made a couple of errors that could have led to Gillingham chances and could have put us under more pressure, and actually did put us under more pressure for a period of time. Dahlberg just needs to work on certain things. The way he kicks the ball, sometimes it's not good enough. I think Dahlberg's decision making a couple of times as well needed to be worked on a bit, but overall, you know, there's a couple of times where he could have done something better, but still made a couple of decent saves. Overall, just 6, easy rating for me. The whole back line get 5s. Noyle, Rowe, Anderson, Williams, all get 5s. All of them look shaky. Even Tommy Rowe didn't have that quality tonight. Just not great at all. Galbraith and Bostock. Galbraith gets a 6, Bostock a 5. Bostock is a higher 5 than usual, but again, just nothing really. Galbraith, well, Bostock tried. I've got to say, Bostock tried to do things in the middle. Galbraith 6 because his passing ability and his awareness, and of course when he had the guts to go for that shot, showed that he wants it. Absolutely. Ben Close a high 5, but again can't really give anything more than that. Just overall tried his best, but nothing really happening in the final third. Hawula and Dadu, they get 5s from me. Yes, they had chances, but again the clinicalness just isn't there. Chakar 5 again. His match sharpness is getting better and better. His ball control is getting better and better. But his clinicalness, again, just lets him down. And that's me being brutally honest. People may disagree with some of those ratings, but in my opinion, I think they're perfectly reasonable and justified. That's just my opinion. Who have we got next? We got Cheltenham. We've got Alfie May, Matty Blair, Andy Williams, all come back. And they're probably going to show why we shouldn't have sold them in the first place. Or release them, shall we say, because we don't really, you know, we haven't really sold many players on for money in recent years. We've got rid of them. We've got rid of players for free, but not really sold a few in recent years. Probably only Whiteman and Marquise, the main ones, but that's about it in terms of making money off of sells, apart from obviously Darren Moore's compensation. But yeah, those 3 players are going to come back, show us why we shouldn't have got rid of them in the first place under a different manager. And do you guys really see anything out of Cheltenham? Because I don't. I really don't. Cheltenham look like a decent team. Yes, they might not be that high up in the league, but doesn't mean they're not a decent team. They are a decent team. They can beat anyone on the day. They can make the mistakes, sure enough, but they've got the quality to do stuff. Cal Joseph, on loan from Wigan, former Swansea player that we were linked with on the striker in deadline day, went to Cheltenham instead. Is he going to come back and show how we should have bought him or had a go at buying him on loan? I don't know. But let's see what happens. But there we go, guys. Thank you very, very much. My own channel from Forever Football, DRFC, keep living the Rovers life. That, my friends, full time. Rovers till I die. Thank you very much. And yeah, not a great night at the office at all. Rovers till I die! Rovers